Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on stories of incredible coins and hidden treasures that could change your life. Trust me, you'll want to be part of this journey. Imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, something that might look ordinary at first glance, but carries with it the story of a nation, a journey through time, and a value that could surprise even the most experienced collector. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that many overlook, yet it has captured the fascination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the 1983 1-cent coin from South Africa. Now, you might be wondering why a coin worth just a penny at the time would generate so much excitement today. The truth is, it's all about rarity, condition, and historical context. South Africa in 1983 was a country going through significant social, political, and economic changes. Coins minted during this period were produced in millions, yet certain variations are exceptionally rare. A coin might seem small and insignificant, but to a collector who knows what to look for, it can be a true gem. Let's start with the design. The 1983 1-cent coin features a striking depiction of the national emblem on one side, a symbol of South African pride and identity at the time. The reverse side carries the image of the springbok, a graceful antelope that is one of the most iconic symbols of South Africa's wildlife. This coin wasn't just currency. It was a piece of art, a reflection of culture, and a connection to the land itself. Every detail in its design tells a story, from the careful engraving of the springbok's slender legs to the intricate patterns surrounding the emblem. It's small, yes, but it's rich with meaning. Collectors often tell me that it's the subtle things that make a coin stand out. With the 1983 South African 1-center, there are tiny variations in the minting process that can make all the difference. A slight misstrike, a doubled date, or even the tiniest anomaly in the lettering can transform an everyday coin into a rare collector's item worth thousands. And here's where it gets interesting. Many of these coins were never meant to last decades in pristine condition. Most circulated coins show wear and tear, but the ones that survived, untouched and shiny, are what collectors hunt for with almost a feverish intensity. It's not just about rarity. There's a sense of nostalgia attached to coins like these. Think about it. If you were in your 20s or 30s in 1983, this coin would have been part of your everyday life. Maybe you used it to buy a newspaper, a cup of coffee, or even a bus ticket. Holding it today can transport you back to those days, evoking memories of simpler times. For collectors, nostalgia combined with rarity creates a powerful desire to own a piece of that past. Now, you might be thinking this sounds like a dream for collectors, but what about the market value? This is where it gets really intriguing. Unlike modern coins, which are produced in massive quantities, coins from certain years or with certain characteristics can fetch remarkable prices. The 1983 1-cent coin, when found in near-perfect condition or with unique variations, has become one of those rare finds that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. It's a coin that can elevate a collection from ordinary to extraordinary almost overnight. The process of evaluating such coins is meticulous. Experts examine the coin under magnification, checking for the slightest imperfections or unique traits. They measure weight, diameter, and thickness to ensure authenticity. They scrutinize the edges, the mint marks, and even the way the light reflects off its surface. Every tiny detail can dramatically affect its value. This level of precision might seem excessive, but for coins like the 1983 1-cent, it's what separates a standard coin from one that could be worth a small fortune. And let's talk about the emotional side of collecting. There's a thrill in the hunt, a sense of satisfaction when you finally hold in your hand something that might have eluded countless other collectors. Many men in the 55 to 65 age group I know find this process particularly appealing because it combines history, strategy, and a touch of adventure. Unlike stocks or bonds, coins are tangible. You can feel them, inspect them, and marvel at their craftsmanship. They're a bridge to the past that fits right in your pocket. If you've ever stumbled across a coin from your childhood or a rare find tucked away in a drawer, you know the excitement I'm talking about. That feeling of discovery is precisely why collectors pay close attention to coins like the 1983 1 cent. The coin itself may be small, but its impact on a collection, or even a life, is enormous. Now, let's talk numbers. The original minting of the 1983 1 cent coin was in the hundreds of millions, so most coins are common and hold nominal value. But a few variations and coins preserved in uncirculated condition are incredibly rare. Dealers and auction houses have seen instances where one of these coins, with the right characteristics, has sold for astonishing amounts. People have described it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to turn a humble piece of metal into something extraordinary. And here's the kicker, the story that will blow your mind. There exists a 1983 South African 1 center coin that is considered one of the rarest in the world. It's not just a collectible, it's a record-breaking coin. And when the auction hammer finally fell, this coin sold for an unbelievable $19.7 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. Millions of dollars for a coin that originally cost less than a penny. This is a prime example of how history, rarity, and collector passion can converge to create a legendary item that transcends its original purpose. That is so. What's the takeaway here? The 1983 South African 1 center coin isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of national pride, a collector's dream, and, for some, a ticket to unimaginable value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone simply fascinated by rare treasures, this coin represents the magic of discovery. It shows how even the smallest object, overlooked for decades, can suddenly become the centerpiece of a collection and a conversation starter for generations. Remember, coins like this aren't just about money. They're about connecting to a past that shaped our world. They're about appreciating craftsmanship, history, and the thrill of the hunt. And in the case of the 1983 1 cent, they remind us that sometimes the most extraordinary stories come in the smallest packages. So, the next time you come across an old coin tucked away in a drawer or a forgotten pocket, don't dismiss it. Hold it, inspect it, and consider the possibility that it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. History has a funny way of rewarding patience, knowledge, and a keen eye for detail. And if that coin happens to be a 1983 South African 1 center in exceptional condition, well, let's just say you might be holding more than history. You might be holding a piece of fortune that could reach $19.7 million.
Have you ever wondered if the coins lying forgotten in an old drawer might be worth more than you think? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into the story of a small coin with a big history, the 1982 1 cent Forster coin from South Africa. It's a coin that has collectors buzzing and treasure hunters on alert. Why? Because what looks like a simple, outdated piece of currency could be worth up to $5,000. Let's go back in time for a moment. The year is 1982. South Africa is in the midst of massive political and social tension. The country is governed under apartheid, and at the helm is Balthazar Johannes Forster, better known as John Forster, the former prime minister and later state president. His leadership was controversial. He represented an era of intense division in the country, but also one of significant historical change. And like many powerful leaders before him, his face found its way onto something lasting, the country's currency. The 1982 South African 1 cent coin features Forster's side profile. At first glance, you might miss the significance. It's a small bronze coin, only about 19 millimeters in diameter, but it's what it represents, politically, historically, and numismatically, that gives it such weight. Let's break it down. On the obverse side, we see the right-facing portrait of John Forster. Surrounding his image are the words SUID Africa, South Africa, along with the mint year, 1982. On the reverse, we find something beautifully symbolic: 2 Cape sparrows perched on a branch. These native birds are not just aesthetically pleasing. They represent unity and natural beauty amidst a turbulent political climate. It's this delicate balance between conflict and culture, history and heritage, that makes the 1982 1-cent coin such a fascinating piece. But what truly makes this coin valuable? Let's talk rarity. Most coins in circulation today were mass-produced. But not all coins survive the passage of time. Some are lost, some destroyed, and some simply forgotten. The 1982 1-cent coin with the Forster image was among the last of its kind, part of the final years before certain major design and policy changes in South Africa's currency system. While many of these coins were used and discarded, a few were preserved in excellent condition, uncirculated, untouched, and flawless. And it's those pristine coins that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Now here's where things get even more exciting. Because of its historical context, design rarity, and the limited number of surviving coins in mint condition, the value of the 1982 Forster 1-cent coin has skyrocketed in the collector's market. Prices can vary depending on condition, authenticity, and rarity, but exceptional examples of this coin have been listed for as much as $5,000. That's right, $5,000 for a single 1-cent coin. You might be asking, why would anyone pay that much? Think of it like owning a piece of frozen history. It's not just about the metal or the design. It's about what it represents. For collectors, historians, and even investors, coins like this are tangible artifacts. They carry stories. They capture the spirit of a country at a specific moment in time. It's a blend of scarcity, significance, and symbolism, the perfect storm for value. So how do you know if you have one? Start by checking the following. White heavy checkmark. Look for the 1982 mint year. White heavy checkmark. Make sure the coin features John Forster's portrait, not later versions. White heavy checkmark. Examine the condition. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and original shine are worth significantly more. White heavy checkmark. Check with professional coin graders or dealers if you think yours could be rare. A coin that's uncirculated or proof condition can fetch the highest prices. And remember, just because it's old doesn't automatically make it valuable. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. But if you do come across one of these in excellent shape, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. So what are you waiting for? Go dig through those jars, boxes, and drawers. Ask your grandparents. Look through your childhood coin collections. You never know what history and value might be hiding in plain sight. Because sometimes,